Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today me and my friend are going to talk about some leaks. My friend here is on the phone, so if he sounds like he's talking from a speaker, that's why. So anyways, let's carry on, shall we?
Yeah.
So,
You're good.
what we are here to talk about is the update that happened very recently. Now, there were obviously some patches and stuff, but there seems to also be a new glitch, which me and my friend just experienced when playing in a public server. Because for some reason there was a really loud noise. For some reason.
Like a jingling?
No, it was like a really loud humming noise. I thought it was drums for a second. And I even thought it was like Azure's LMS theme between two time. But what we can imagine from the leaks of Azure whenever he releases is that everything's gonna turn purple. Now, we can also think that Azure is gonna be only attainable through a quest. But it's a maybe. And maybes are not very truthful. It's only like a 50-50.
Yeah.
But if he does become only obtainable through a quest, we can imagine that he's probably going to only be able to give you quests about flowers and stuff, or something like that.
Well, I was thinking maybe the humming was like a tester may have like done part of Azure's intro, you know? Like part of the intro.
Yep.
And maybe he it glitched out.
Maybe. But, if we know anything, this might be the update when Jane Doe becomes purchasable in the shop.
Which she isn't still, sadly, which we thought she would be. But
Yeah, but trust me. So, fun fact. I don't have a fun
why
fact.
am I so good at Noli?
Well, it's because I've been teaching you. But anyways, let's not go off topic now, because we are here to talk about Forsaken stuff. Because now this is Forsaken news. And
I need to ask like ChatGPT or something to make you like a Forsaken news. Like a news thumbnail.
Actually, I can do that myself by taking a screenshot of something and then editing it with stickers however I want. And then once I do, I can just screenshot it from Star Factory and stuff. And then I can make it my thumbnail.
So can we talk about what we think his abilities are gonna be?
Yeah. Okay, so what we've seen from the leaks is that one of his abilities are gonna be traps that only attack a survivor whenever they are using their abilities. So he's gonna be a really good trapper. So he's gonna prioritize making sure that the survivors don't use too many of their abilities.
R.I.P. John Doe.
And the other leak is that there's probably also gonna be ability where Azure can pick up a survivor and throw them. And there's also another ability shown in that leak, which is just a really big flower that grabs onto survivors, I'm pretty sure.
Can we just talk about that throw real quick? What was my controller doing?
I have no idea, but trust me, it's a common glitch. I think it's a glitch, but your Nova gets thrown wherever your mouse is. But they fixed that for console players a long time ago, but it might still be around depending on the controller you're using.
Well, anyways, let's talk a little bit more about Forsaken and the new updates they've done that simply aren't the best. Aren't the best updates, including the guest rework.
Yep. The guest rework already happened a few days ago. But for those who don't know, guests can now only block M1s. So any other attack can quite literally just bypass his block now, since he can only block M1s, making it a lot easier for killers to kill him. So sorry, generator guests, you gotta be a good teammate now.
It's just a terrible update in my opinion. Like, I don't understand why they have to do that. Like,
I mean, like, yeah, but they were probably trying to use it to make sure that generator guests, which if you don't know, generator guests are these disgusting creatures that like to do generators instead of helping the team.
well, they didn't prevent them from doing generators, so they didn't do their job.
Plus, I'm probably thinking that they were just thinking if they do this update, it would be easier to kill a generator guest for doing generators instead of helping their team. Because Forsaken is a game about teamwork and survival. And most of that is themed around helping your team survive a killer. And now we can talk about some Forsaken fun facts. There are actually a few scrapped killers that we don't know if are coming to the game or not, like Cool Killer. Now we don't know who Cool Killer is. He's based off a very old video on YouTube where the Kool-Aid Man just goes around murdering people if they don't drink Kool-Aid.
Well, that's basically a wannabe of Cool Kid, so...
Yeah, but Cool Kid kills people because they think they're playing, but Cool Killer just kills people for not drinking Kool-Aid. So technically the same thing, but not really. But kind of a ridiculous reason to kill, don't you think?
Yeah.
And also, there was also a scrapped killer, because I imagine he was going to be scrapped anyways, and he was called the Emperor, I'm pretty sure. Now, I don't remember his actual name, but he only appeared during, that one thing. Which, if you don't know, is kind of like Ultra Kill, but in Roblox. And he's just a person in a really big mech. Now, Forsaken developers were thinking about this, but then they thought, wait, he's too big. We would have to redesign most of the maps so then he can fit in. Plus, he's going to have a really big hitbox that's probably going to take up a chunk of the map. Considering that if he was at it, he would have a big freaking sword to swing at people.
And also, maybe if he wants to, we could do live streams, and then we can do the 8 Shedlesky thing.
Yeah, because, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a person just commented on my favorite LMS video that I released, which I tried to release a few months ago, like I'm pretty sure it was last year, but it didn't upload for some reason. But now that I re-uploaded it, it had a lot of views, and I actually added a comment saying, give me some ideas, and someone commented, 8 Shedletskys with the sword item, and they're going to be facing off against one Hack Lord. Which we might have to cut it down a little, because we don't know 8 people that would actually be participating to do this.
And plus, he's playing on a console, so it's going to be hard for...
So we might have to cut the 8 Shedletskys to like 4 or 3 Shedletskys, because we do not know 8 people who would want to participate. I mean, like, I already have Hack Lord. My friend does not, I'm pretty sure. But if I remember, Hack Lord can only be obtained for, like, killing 50 Shedletskys. And it used to be 100 Shedletskys, but it would be too hard.
That was overkill. And then didn't they do a rework on Hack Lord?
I don't think they actually did. Because if they did, they would probably redesign his animations and stuff. But, hey, at least we got a really cool LMS theme between Heartbroken Shedletsky and Hacklord 1X, which if you don't know, those two skins are actually based off of Limbius Company or whatever it's called. Trust me, it's a really cool game. I haven't played it, but I'm thinking of it. Plus, there are also some...
Wait, is it on
What?
Is it on Roblox?
No, it is not. But it is but I'm pretty sure it's also on PlayStation.
By the way, we may do other games other than Forsaken, so don't think this is just a Forsaken show.
Yeah, me and my friend are trying to get Narrator Noli because we're trying to get level 50, which if you don't know, there's a new way to get Narrator Noli, and you have to beat hardcore mode to get him. But here's the thing. You need to get level 50 before you can get into hardcore mode, which is going to take a lot of grinding. And I mean lots of grinding. Because if you want actually good classes, to help you on that journey, you're going to need to be intermediate mode to get good classes. Which intermediate mode is hard enough. Even the boss is hard because he has 100,000 health. But don't worry.
You better not eat that chicken, by the way. You better not eat that chicken.
Oh, trust me, I'm not.
If you eat that chicken,
You ran past me! You ran past me!
My brain does not.
I know. I'm sorry. I just decided to use that to my advantage. Plus, we're making this more entertaining. I better cut this out of the video because this would be a blooper. Plus, I can add the bloopers at the end of the video.
Like us going off subject? Like 20 times?
No, like it's us laughing over stupid reasons. That's a blooper. Because a blooper is something that goes wrong or something that is funny but wasn't originally a part of the script. And by the way, we're not reading a script. We're actually just saying it off of our minds. Plus, do you think we would pull this information out of our butts? No.
Well, anyways, I think that's about it for today. We're going to make probably another video on a different game, maybe, if he wants to.
Yeah, anyways. Bye, guys, and we will see you in another video.